Hey y'all, welcome to my kitchen. Let's fix an Italian beef roast. We have built snowmen today. We have cooked. We have ate. We have lounged around. It has snowed. We had 5 inches of snow yesterday, and it was crazy. We live up on the top of a hill, and thankfully today the graders come through and they graded the road. All right, so we're using a round roast. This is what my roast looks like. This is going to be about a 3.3 pound roast. And we're going to fix it in the Instapot, y'all. I'm going to show you how to do this. It's super easy. It makes it so much faster. I'm going to set it to cook on about 2 hours, and it's going to be so tender it just falls apart. So if you have an Instapot, pull it out and let's do this together, okay? And y'all don't be judgy of my kitchen because y'all, I have been doing all kinds of things in here today, juicing the whole 9 yards. And so everything is a little helter-skelter. I'm going to talk to you more about the juice I made today. This has got pomegranates and blueberries and ginger and all kinds of good stuff that's good for your immune system, okay? All right, so what we're going to start off doing is we are going to cut this baby out. Look at this bad boy right here. Isn't he beautiful? All right, we're going to stick him right down in here in this pot just like that. I'm not going to pre-cook it, sear it, nothing. I just stuck it in there, okay? And we are going to chop up some celery. And I'm going to do about 1/3 of my celery, leaves and all, y'all. I've washed it good, so I'm just going to stick it in there. Nobody really eats the celery except for me and sometimes Gabby. All right, and I'm just throwing that in my Instapot. All right, we got an onion, that bad breath smelling boy. All right, sounds like all my vegetables and meats today are boys, huh? Including my boy that just walked in here, my little Augie. My kids live in a basement apartment below us, and they've got the cutest little schnauzer ever. He's down here. He waits to see if I'm going to drop anything because he is like the street sweeper. He going to quickly clean it up. All right. We're going to rinse. I'm going to rinse this onion off. You know, the milky part of the onion. I'm going to kind of rinse that off. Y'all, I'm going to tell you a story. You know, some things you just do because your mama did or your grandmother did or somebody else did, right? Okay, so I had this reel or story or something pop up where this lady asked her mom, she said, "Mom, why did you always cut the end off your ham?" She said, "I do it, but I don't really know why. Somebody asked me and I don't know why." And her mom said, "The pan wasn't big enough for all of it." She thought maybe you weren't supposed to cook one end of it. Y'all, how many traditional things do we do that our parents did that is hocus pocus? All right, so I'm just chopping this up. I'm going to chop it up big enough that my boy who doesn't like onions can pick it out. Whew, I'm telling you what, sometimes I think he's not kin to me. All right, let's cook up some cut up some bell pepper now. Can't talk. Y'all have had some of the sweetest comments, and y'all, I'm getting all this feedback. All of these people who are taking some of my buddies, my friends at church and school and whatever, they're cooking that chicken noodle soup, and they're letting me know how good it is. Oh, that's why I do this, y'all. I want y'all to be able to cook this stuff because it's not a secret. It literally drives me mad when people die with their secrets. What? What are they going to do with it in the grave? Really? Let's just share. Let's just share. And y'all, make your own videos. Start your own YouTube account. My Lord, there's enough room on YouTube for all of us. All right, so I've got me an orange bell pepper, and I'm just cutting it up, and I'm just throwing it in there in chunks. Y'all, this is the easiest way to make a roast. You can do a pork roast like this. You can do tenderloins, turkey, pork. It doesn't matter. This is the easy way to do it. This is how I do it for events. Sometimes I cook like 3 roasts at a time in an Instapot. The bigger ones, of course. All right. Now, I am going to, for my potatoes and my carrots, I'm going to, at the end of my roast being cooked, I'm going to throw in my potatoes and carrots, okay? So I'm going to cook it for about probably an hour and a half. And then I'm going to let the steam off. You have to do that first. And then I'm going to throw my potatoes and carrots in and let it finish. But I'm afraid if I put all my potatoes and carrots in, I've never done it like that before, for the whole time that it cooks, I'm afraid they'll be mush. All right, I'm not worried about the vegetables. They're all good. Okay, now here's what I'm going to add to this pot. Doesn't that look glorious? Oh, I love it. I have these little pre-cloved, look at them little naked beauties. They're already all out of their peeling. And I'm going to, remember how I showed you how you can take your knife, turn it on its side, and just boop, pop that baby open. And here we go. I'm just gonna, when I do the boop, it makes me think of Lily Lute. My sister says I do things like her sometimes. I've watched her so long, maybe I do, but I love that girl. Y'all go follow her, Lily Lute. I can't remember what her regular name is. That's her screen name. All right, I'm gonna do 2 cloves of garlic. Okay, and I'm gonna chop that up. It just makes it easier to chop once you kind of like take the wind out of its cells. All right, now I've got a yellow bell pepper here. I almost let him escape me. Just make sure everything's nice and washed. And some of it says pre-washed. I don't rewash it. Do y'all rewash pre-washed? If it's already washed, why you gonna wash it again? I know we're taking their word for it. I figure if I'm gonna die of unpre-washed vegetables or pre-washed vegetables, then I'm probably gonna die anyway, y'all. All right, so here we go. We are beautifying this baby in here. We have put that little baby with all kinds of stuff. All right, I have a package of ranch seasoning. Y'all, ranch is the best in a roast. I'm just gonna dump that in there. And I have a package of the au jus. Is that how you say that? I don't speak French or whatever language that is. I teach science, chemistry, physics, all that stuff that blows them kids' minds. Okay, got my au jus sauce in there. And a brown gravy mix, just for fun. Let's throw it in there. All right, we got that in there. And we are going to throw a little bit of mustard. You know what mustard does over the meat? It tenderizes it. Now, my mustard's going to go over everything because it's going to get into the juice as the roast cooks, and it's going to help to just make it even more tender than this pressure cooker is going to do. Just throw some mustard in there. Just a couple of little swirls in there. I'm going to douse some, y'all, how do y'all say that? Worcestershire. We say Worcestershire. I don't know if that's right, but hey, that's what we've said for years, so that's what we're going to keep saying. All right, here we go. Just some douses of that. Now, for a little spice of life, get you some pepperoncinis. Now, I don't know if I'm saying that right either. Pepperoncini or something. I don't know. We say pepperoncinis in this house. Pepperoncinis and Worcestershire. All right, so I'm going to take the last 3 that are in here and just dump them in. And then I'm going to throw in, let's get a little measuring cup. Y'all, look at these little Pioneer Woman measuring cups. Isn't that cute? All right, this is a 4th cup. I'm going to do a 4th cup of pepperoncini juice. We're going to baptize them babies in pepperoncini juice. In Jesus' name, of course. All right, butter. Y'all, this keeps your joints greased. Yeah. I feel like sometimes it makes things slip out of my mouth, you know, slippery, sliding with butter that shouldn't be coming out of my mouth. Y'all, sometimes it comes out. If it don't show my face, it pops out of my mouth, and then I'm in trouble. Are y'all like that? All right, I'm just cubing up this butter, and we're going to pop it in. Now, I'm going to, let me wipe my hands first. That butter's all, yeah. All right. I'm going to throw in, just for fun, a little bit of onion powder, Sometimes I just do it because it makes me feel good, y'all. All right. This is a hit when I do events. I'm going to throw a little bit of my Texas. Texas? Y'all, Tennessee. This is Steamin' Steve's Tennessee Heat. It's a rub or it's a seasoning, and it's fantastic. I got to get you a link for it, though, because they make it here local in Tennessee in this area, and they have a store here that they sell it in, like a gift shop, antique kind of situation. But what I'm thinking is they have an address. They don't have an email on here. Let me look into that and I'll pass on the information. Y'all, I'm dying 25 deaths because my Everglades and my melting pot garlic and wine has been out for too long. I ordered some, but I got to give them away tomorrow for prices for my first 100 subscribers. But I ordered some more, for me. It was supposed to be in yesterday, and then Father Winter came along and snowed, and Amazon couldn't do its deliveries until Monday, it says. Are y'all having problems with that too? Lord, and our mail, our FedEx, they're delivering stuff to people down the street from the address that it's supposed to be going to. I don't know what's happening. All right, the last thing we're going to do is add some broth. And y'all, I tell you what, I'm going to do you a favor, and I'm going to do it 4th cup at a time, just so you'll know. 1, 2, and yes, I'm using chicken broth. Did you know the chicken can broth up the beef? It can, and I like the flavor of chicken broth better. You can use beef broth. You can use chicken broth. It ain't going to like it's going to start clucking. He'll still move. All right, so here we go. I lost count. Is that 5? I don't know, y'all. About 5/4. What is that? 1 1/4. Okay, so I'm going to do that. Let's do 6. Let's keep it at an even number. And when we open it back up to add them potatoes and carrots, do I say potatoes? Potatoes. I'm supposed to be acting more professional here. Okay, potatoes. When I add them, if I need more broth, I'll stick it in there because it's going to mix up with that beef broth, brown gravy stuff that I did earlier, and it's going to be perfect, y'all. Last seasoning is my Italian seasoning. My kids make fun of how I say it. I used to say Italian. It's not Italian. What is it? How do you say all this stuff? I teach science, not grammar. All right, I'm going to approximate that is about 2 tablespoons of Italian seasoning. Whew, okay. I said that was the last one. I keep seeing seasonings on one in here. Miss Dash, we're just going to put some of that in there. That is taking its time. That's Aldi's brand. All right. I think we're ready to go, y'all. We're going to pop this baby in. It is literally that simple. I am going to put it in here in this Instapot. Get my lid. I'm going to seal that lid on. I washed 2 Instapots, and I've got to make sure. This may not be the lid to this one. I used 2 last night. Where'd that other baby go? Well, y'all oh, here we go. This may be the right one. I have 4 Instapots, y'all. Isn't that nuts? Oh, yes. Perfect. All right, we're going to plug her up. And let's see, on the settings, I'm going to hit meat, and then I'm going to make sure that it goes to, I think I'll cook it an hour and then add my vegetables, my potatoes and carrots, okay? So I'm going to plug her up, and you're going to hear her beep. Lord have mercy. I've been juicing, cooking. All right. So here we go, meat, and oh, there we go. Hear that beautiful little noise? It tells you it's sealed up. Okay, I'm putting it on meat, and I got a little plus button. I'm just going to keep plugging, plussing. Can't talk today. Plussing, and I think this one only goes to 60. No, it goes further. We'll just take it to like 70 minutes just because we can, all right? And that's all I'm doing. I just upped it to 70, and then it's going to make a little sound here in a second. And that tells me it's going to start pressurizing and it's going to cook. I've got my little toggle right here set to where it holds that steam in. And if you start spewing steam, sometimes the more they're used, this one gets ornery and cranky. And I have to just, you want to be careful because steam comes out of this part right here once it starts building up steam. On the sides though, you can take it and just kind of press down and just make sure it's nice and sealing. I'm not scared of my Instapot. I've read horror stories about it though. Don't be scared of it. Just know how to use it, okay? All right, that's it, y'all. That's how I make my Italian beef. Now, what am I going to do when it comes out? I'm going to have some rice made, fixing to put that in the rice cooker. And I have a rice cooker video that's going to be posted on YouTube this afternoon. Going to make my rice. I'll tell you what's good too. Side note, when you take that roast out, you can use the broth to put in your rice to cook your rice with. It is to die for. We're going to make some green beans. Go watch my green bean video. Yeah, green beans. My secret, a little bit of brown sugar. And you can even use Splenda brown sugar, y'all. If you want to be all healthy and not use all. Do you know what Barbara O'Neill calls sugar? She calls it an acid. That's really what it is. She calls it a poison. It's not good for us, but oh, Lord, we have to just go hide in the corner and eat some every now and then, don't we? Okay, all right, so my green beans are going to go with this. I have potatoes and carrots and a little bit of rice because I'm not super fond of the potato part in here. I like to put that broth over my rice. Oh, it's so good. And my husband likes both, so I'm going to do both. All right, I love y'all. Thank you for I don't know what that was coming out of my mouth. Thank you for stopping by and watching my video. Please like and share, comment, help me get that out there. I want others to be able to, especially those, I've had some young married ladies comment who are watching, and I love it because they can learn the basics like I do, and then they can do their own thing with it. All right, enough blabbing. I'm going to get off here. Talk to y'all later.